bitch got 1,600 in it. Gotta fill it up to about 4,300, yo. Need about 2,700 gallons. Up in this PI. Take about a good 15 minutes, 16, that's the most. Thank y'all for tapping in with me on this wonderful Father's Day. Tap in with me tomorrow as I'm day trading when the market opens. How we try to take a couple coins and flip them. Make a couple dollars on some dollars. I'm a firm believer that money should make money. So y'all definitely tap in with me tomorrow, same time. Shit, I'll be out here working in this yard, filling these engines in, day trading from the phone. Got to get this up to about 4,300 gallons. You see, it's only at 16 right now. So I got about another 2,600 gallons to go. My truck pumps about a good 150 gallons a minute, so every 2 minutes, what? 300 gallons? You do the math. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, shit. 9 times 2, that's 18 minutes. So in about 18 minutes, I have it done. I already pumped 600 gallons in there. So take away a good 4 minutes. That's about 14 more minutes, so we'll be done moving on. Woo. Hope y'all having a blessed day out there today. Boy, yeah. All right, William. Give y'all a little taste of what it's like working out here in the rail yard. So, with it being Sunday, a lot of the spotters, they're not going to be in today. But throughout the day, you may see them come and going. Those little spotter trucks. People also call them pups. Those little pups. They'll take all of the freight that you see and they'll put them in the specific aisle where it needs to go. Once it's on the chassis, as you can see this trailer back here, that crane in the background basically removes the freight from the train and puts it on the chassis, and the spotters comes and put the actual load in the yard where it's assigned for the drivers to come and pick up their loads. As you see them coming in, or they'll come and drop off a load, and then at some point in time the spotter will take the actual load that's being dropped off and park it alongside the actual train for the crane to pick up and put back on the train so that it can go on its next mode where its next location is, basically. The same trains come every day, so they're all scheduled depending on the location that is going to and from. So we got an actual priority of engines that we got to hit to get it out the yard on time. The engines come late, some engines come early, but as they come, you know, we got a priority in which engines to hit first. Depending on what I got remaining in my tank, I may just dump out in the engine that I find so that I can run to the refinery to go finish refilling my truck. This UP engine, Union Pacific engine, we use those, that yellow engine, we use those just to move the freight back and forth around the yard. That way the engines that we are utilizing for the actual transport can get filled by my company and my crew, and we don't have to wait for them to park the engine. So the rail yard itself has access to other actual rail cars that aren't specific to this actual site. How that works, I don't know, but at times we may need to fill that yellow UP engine so that it can have enough fuel to get back and forth throughout the yard. But that's like a once every 2-3 weeks type of situation. Other than that, every day we'll fill these CSX engines so that they can be out. These two right here are basically already filled almost. This one I got to put 100 gallons in. And the one behind it, I gotta put another 500 or 600 gallons in that one. This engine, this is the only one that needs to be filled in this car, in this scheduled load. But this one actually has 3 engines with it. The other 2 behind it is already filled, so I just need to do this one. So once I finish this one, I'm gonna jump and knock these 2 out so that I can get it over with off my list of things to do for today. Then after that, I can go fill up because I'll probably have an empty tank. Let's see. But like I said, it takes me about maybe 18 minutes to put about almost 2,700 gallons in here. So 20 minutes to do 3,000 gallons. The engine will take 4,500 is what they want us to top it off at max. But we only put it up to about 4,200. We put it to 4,200 so when the train leans, it doesn't overflow. They have like overflow pipes that are along the sides of the tank. And we can't have an actual chemical spill. So if we spill any fuel, then the EPA got to come out here and dig up the gravel and clean up the actual ground. And that's about $150,000 cost for my company, of course. As you can see now, we can see the fuel starting to come through the sight glass. So I got to get it up to this second screw, the second notch, basically. Right now it's at about 3,200. It's adding up slowly, but it's 3,200 right now, but it's still going up. When I get it up to about here, it'll be about 4,300. That's all we got to do. Get the tank 85% filled. That is done. People looking to drive, get into the actual trucking industry, I would recommend getting in a tanker. Any tanker, whether it's chemical hazmat, any type of produce or anything like that, get into tankers because you're in control of your load. I don't have to wait for anybody to load my truck. I load and unload my own load. So that's the most fulfilling thing when you're pulling up and you're ready to go. Those are those spotters I mentioned earlier. So you see them taking the loads to go put them where they're assigned. They're coming on shift now. I already pumped about 1,700 gallons. So you see this thing moving. But yeah, getting in the trucking industry, man, I'd recommend all people just get into tankers. Because like I said, you're in control of your load. And then I only do about 50 miles a day driving. And I'm making almost 100K, but I only do 50 miles a day. Swear to God. My yard is about 2 miles long. I'll drive from this end of the yard to the eastern end of the yard routinely through the yard looking for the engines. But the most of my actual travel is just leaving from this yard to go to the refinery, which is about another 5 miles up the road. Loading my tank takes about 30 minutes, refilling my tank, putting about another 6,500 gallons back into the truck, and then I'm back in the yard waiting on my next engine. I have 5 sets of engines I'll need to fill, so these are 2. In front of this building, there's another engine. There's another set over there in the background. Need to fill that one. And all the way on the east end of the yard, there's another engine I need to fill. My counterpart is working on that set down there now. So hopefully he has enough fuel to finish the one on the opposite end of the yard. And once he finishes that one, if he does finish that one, we'll have these 3 engines complete. And then I'll basically empty what I have left in that engine I just showed you on the other side of this building. And we're done, really. Because we just had the 16, which is this one. The 29 engine, which he's doing. This engine is the 04. And that's the 20 in front of that building. That's my 4 sets of engines I need to finish every day. And I'm literally done. And I've only started working 30 minutes ago. I'll be done with my workload in about 2 hours. And then we'll get another phone call from a sister yard. They'll have 2 sets of engines. We'll go and finish those, and once we come back and park, we're done for today. We're just sitting back on the clock, hopefully waiting, for them to call and tell us that they got another engine that they just randomly need filled for whatever reason, because we're done and they're looking for work for us to do. But other than that, I'm back in my car, sitting next to the truck, looking at the clock, waiting for the night crew to begin. So it's a 12-hour shift. Hey, can't beat that. Like I said, if you're gonna get into trucking, do some hazmat or some chemicals or do some tankers and be in control of your load. I'm home every day with my wife and my children, and I enjoy what I do. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, people. You don't really see this side of trucking. You get all of the downside of being on the road, driving 400 miles a day. I'm paid per hour as well, so that's the best thing for me. I ain't got to do too much work other than watch the clock. Same way as I'm watching this actual engine get filled, I'm actually timing it. We're already at 2,300 gallons. About another 300 and we're done. As I said, I got to get this to 4,200. This is at 4,000 right now. That says 3,800, but that's 4,000. So once that finished catching up on that little gauge, this is 4,000. This is 4,300. We've only been streaming for 18 minutes and shit, I'm done with this engine. And this is an empty engine. This had 1,600 gallons. So it would have sucked if I had to do all 3 for 18 minutes. But hey, you can't beat that, man. That's only an hour of work. Only thing is, I probably would not have had enough fuel to complete all 3. I would have needed my counterpart. And me and him would have completed these together. But that's how we work. We work hand in hand. We work together. But since this is the very first train that needs to be completed, and I had enough to finish it, he's now starting on the second set that needs to leave out the yard right after this one. This one leaves today at about 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. The one he's filling leaves at 1 p.m. This one leaves at 4 p.m. The one on the other side of this building leaves at about 8 p.m. So you see how the engines are like spaced out. It takes about 100 seconds to get from each screw. I've calculated that just upon the years of working here. I'm at 2,600. And we are complete. 2,600. I met that screw on the head, literally. I've turned this shit into a science. It's still adding up. It's 4,100. It's gonna get to 43 by the time I'm finished putting all this stuff away. You can see it going up. Let me put this hose up. Get off this track. Now, still going up, 42.20. 260. But we know it's at 4,300, so we ain't got to keep worrying about that. I would just sit my bucket right there over my fender as I back up to hit the next one. Put my information in the system real fast so I can get to the next set of trains. And the next set of trains I'll be done in about 10 minutes total. $26.11.17.83. Need to say those numbers so I know how much fuel I used, how much I have remaining, so I can do my paperwork. Time is it? It is 6:57. Engine number. Next engine. Back to it. Look at myself like a NASCAR pit crew member. See, this one is already up above this in between there, so it's only gonna take about 150 gallons. Thank you, appreciate it. Already done with this. We already got 100 gallons in there. Just imagine if the gas station pumped 100 gallons in your car in 1 minute, how broke you'd be at home. my damn car takes premium, so shit. Just squeezing the gun. All I would need. squat when you lift. So what I'm doing is put my information in here. 195, 1587. Look, 4,300 on the head, right? What time is it? 7:03, 5 minutes later. Don't pull up behind me, LST. Now I got this other truck pulling up behind me because he does all the janitorial services. You'll see him pass me now because I'm making him back up out of my damn way. We are priority, so whatever we do, they gotta work around us. Shit can't move without fuel. So the mechanic is the most important, and then we're second to him. And then this guy right here who cleans all of the sewage, all the plumbing and everything. Gets all of the trash off the train. So he's about to come and hook up to the front of the engine, or front of the locomotive, and remove all the waste. But we move fast to get things done. 5337. He'll put water inside of this big ass, the engine is inside of here. So he'll hook up to the front of the engine and inside of here. And he'll pump water and shit and remove the waste from the front of the engine of the locomotive. I'll let him hook up and I'll walk down there and be nosy for you. This engine is already at 3,700 gallons. I just got to put 600 in it. And it'll be done. So that's about 4 minutes of time to fill it up, get it over with. Walking, smoking a damn cigarette as I'm out here with this fucking fuel. Shit you see, right? Well, and I got a big ass sticker on the truck that says no smoking within 50 feet. First thing they do is walk up to me with a fucking lit cigarette. Well, you're all right. Yeah, all right. But what I was saying, so the damn crane is damn near 2 blocks away now. But that's just how fast the crane works. He just picks up and moves, take it off the train, put it on this chassis, take it off this chassis, put it on this train. This big crane right here, this big ass forklift on wheels, well, all forklifts are on wheels, but this jumbo sized ass forklift, it actually picks up the load, the containers off of the chassis, and it'll actually sometimes put it on the actual freight on the cargo as well. Put the cargo on the train as well. But they really use these. That's a my-jack. I don't know what the hell you want to call this big ass crane, big ass forklift, jumbo forklift. But they'll use those really to do chassis swaps. So if a driver comes in and he discovers his trailer, the chassis, which is the frame underneath the actual container, if the chassis is damaged, the wheels are bad or something like that, the landing gear is off, the frame is rusted out, the lights don't work or whatever, they'll do what we call a chassis swap. That orange chassis that's sitting right there by itself in front of that truck is what basically they'll go find. They'll go find an empty chassis, bring it over, and they'll basically swap the container and put it on another chassis. So we're already at 350. One more screw and we're done. He hasn't even began to hook up his damn hoses and clean out the urine and whatever the hell waste is in that engine. But when he hooks up, he'll hook up to the top of this engine, of that one over there. There's this little cap up here at the top above the number, that little blue little cap where those little bars are. And he'll open that up and he'll hook like his little hose up inside of there, and he'll refill that. And then when he's removing the waste, there's this little connection right here. He'll hook toilet waste drain. He'll hook it up to that and remove all of the waste. So we're just about done. 500 gallons. They're already there. Are at our goal. Guys, just watch me fill 3 engines in about 30 minutes on the head. Not as loud anymore. So we completed the 16 engine, the 04 engine. Hopefully my counterpart finishes the 29. I'm gonna go drive down there just to make sure he had enough to finish it before I go to the refinery. At 4,300 again. to close this vent to prevent any fumes from coming out while you're driving for flammable purposes. But when you're pumping, you want to open that up because you don't want to have the tank implode on itself like that submersible did. This tank will literally do the same thing and crunch itself like a fucking pop can because of the actual pressure if you don't open that up. But that was the problem with that damn submersible under those miles and miles of fucking water. $609.88, so I got about 1,000 gallons remaining after completing 3 engines, which is awesome. Now you're seeing him starting to hook up. Look at my partner right there. He's already over there on the foot. He must get enough. Check us out. Shit. Getting it done. All before 8 a.m. Damn. 609.88. We are just about done. Thank you, Elwich. Bias. Where's my ink pens? Oh, they're down here. Alright. 609.88. What time is it? 7:14. With engine 53. 753.94. So hopefully shit, my 1,000 and his 1,000 can complete the 20. So if that's the case, we are done for the day. Damn, that shit sucks. We can't do shit else but sit in the car. Sit in the truck until 5 p.m. It ain't even 8 o'clock yet. That's crazy. But that's what happens when shit's on time. It's a little hot in here too. It's a little warm. Stuff is on time, you get shit done. Sundays are the best days to come to work because the yard is slow. A lot of companies are closed. So when we go to the refinery, we don't have a real wait time to refill our tanks because other trucking companies aren't as prevalent at the location. So there's my counterpart over there. He must have completed the other engine that I was speaking on going to go check on. So now we just need to complete this, and that's our workload for this yard. And I've only done about 2 miles of driving. Go fill up my tank at the refinery, come back and park if I have enough to complete this engine, and then we will be complete for the day. Unless the other yard calls and tell us that they have engines that are on time or that are early, because the engines at the other yard leave at 5 a.m. and 10 p.m. So we'll end up trying to leave that work for the night crew. Give them something to do. That's my counterpart up down there hooking up now. I call him my counterpart because we work hand in hand. Share the workload as much as we can based on the amount of fuel that we both have. It makes more sense to do 2 engines together than to do it by yourself. But I gotta put 3,000 gallons in an engine that's 20 minutes. Why would I want to spend 40 minutes doing a set of engines when both of us together can knock it out in 20 minutes? So that's my theory. That's how we work. Night crew don't do the same. They'll try to let one truck empty out and the other truck come up afterwards. Like, no, we're trying to get this workload over. This one's at 1400, so I'm gonna get that one up to 24, 2500. Hopefully he can finish it. If not, when I come back from the refinery, I'll finish it. Truckers coming in to go get information about their loads before they hit the road. Over there is what we call driver's assistants. So they park and go into the building, to the office. Go talk to one of the fleet managers in there about the loads and stuff, see what they can find, where's their container. Now you can see this one of these cranes up close, the my jacks. See how tall this bad boy is. About 5 stories, 6 almost maybe. And to drive those yellow spotter trucks, that yellow spotter truck, that 12321, you don't need a CDL. You just need any basic type of driver's license to get one of these positions. For some reason, they're not rated. Well, I know why they're not rated as a CDL necessary, because of the weight. So, commercial driver's license, you need one when you're driving a vehicle over 29,000, 26,000 gross vehicle weight. Anything less than that, up like 16,000 to about 26,000, you need like a CDL-B. Anything above that, you need an actual CDL-A. But I guess those are light as hell. So you don't need a damn CDL to drive that. So but they are just as skilled at driving a trailer as we are. So I don't know. A lot of them just need to go ahead and get their damn CDLs. Get on the road, get some real money. They'll make about 40-some thousand, almost 50,000. It's a good job, I guess, when shit, all you got is a basic driver's license. Good pay. But based on your skill set, shit, you can go ahead, you're qualified now to actually go and get in the actual truck. Got a couple of them guys that approach me often asking about working with us, and the first thing I ask them, do you have your CDL? No. So what are we talking about? You know I drive a truck. Oh, what you mean? Oh, you know what I do. If you got your damn CDL, it wouldn't be a conversation. Just go ahead and apply. About another 300 gallons because this won't get all the way to the 988 gallons because the way how the tank sits, the actual fuel won't funnel into where it needs to go for the pump. And how fast this pump pumps, it'll be pumping so hard that it won't have enough fuel to actually keep pumping out into the hose. You'll hear the actual pump, you'll hear this pump get loud as hell. It'll be yin, 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 yin. And that'll let me know it's empty. We're almost done. I'm gonna go ask my counterpart if he got enough to finish this or what. Let him know where I'm leaving this one at. And from there, go fill up the truck again and come back. Try to get as much out as I can. When I turned it up, it got loud. It was empty. So I got about 950 gallons instead of the 988. This is going to go up to about 2,500. stick my hose in the middle. That way when I'm driving, it's not bumping and hitting the top of this damn door. Because it'll pop this door open in traffic and have this damn door up in the air as I'm driving. So I try to put my hose in the middle away from this door. Looks as if he's complete. So I'm trying to beat him to the refinery. That way I don't have to wait for him. He can rush to the refinery. But then that also means whoever gets back first got to finish these 2 engines. So. That was at 2,900. This was at 2,400. So.
Still gotta do one more 29. They moved to 29, so I couldn't get the other.
Okay.
And it's at like 17 or 1800.
Okay. Shit, we done here after that.
Oh, the 04 done?
Yeah, 04 done, 16 done, these pretty much done. Last 29, so you gotta wait for here for 59 fast.
Yeah, they gonna call for that second set.
Yeah.
They gonna call for the second set. They're gonna have a 2-second set. I don't know what they mean by no first set, but they're gonna have a 2-second set.
Hey, what time they'll typically call? Like noon?
Yeah, they be calling early, but they ain't calling now. But it ain't got no particular time. It got to be here.
Okay.
So they don't leave out until late.
Right, to 10. I said it till 10.
Huh?
I said it till 10.
Yeah, something like that. 9.
9.
But then he want us to do it because there's 2 of them. And he only wants the night crew to do the second.
Well, yeah, we done here.
Yeah.
We done here. Basically, he wasn't able to complete one of the 29s. 948. I get a 39. And that's because the actual rail yard moved the ends of the plate. It's just fine, because shit, we was able to knock all this out. So, now let's hit the road. I might stop at the truck station. Truck stop, get something to eat, drink, before heading to the damn refinery. I may do that on my way back, either way. Meantime and in between time. Let's get it! And then working, doing this line of work, you really gotta find yourself some form of entertainment. Just because you have so much downtime. Same way how they're moving the engine that he was completing. If that's all we had to do in the yard, we'd have to literally sit back and wait for them to park the damn engine again. And they're going to have that engine for about 2 hours because they're moving freight around the yard with it. And some things I just don't understand. Like, why are you using the engine that is needed to be done in a priority when you got these extra engines sitting around? Come on, my boy. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make a move. Make your move. Higher for you. It's not working. Allow you guys to see over the dashboard. And so we specifically feel the engines in the yard. There's a truck at this intersection that's about to turn into the yard. They feel all of like the cranes and the forklifts. That truck right here. So we do what we do, and they do what they do. When I go, I am going to go. I don't know why that light wasn't working. Trucks are considered slow-moving vehicles, so you'll have the typical road race as you accelerate. These cars try to fly around you. But you let them do what they do. They know not what they do. Then you get into the appropriate lane. And just continue your travel. Turn, you want to get to the high shoulder of the turn. That way your trailer is not in the passenger lane, or the driver's side lane in this case. So if I'm turning left, I want to have my truck positioned in the right shoulder of the lane that I am in to keep my left side of my trailer from tracking into the driver's side lane. And if I'm turning right, I position my truck into the top left shoulder of that lane to keep the passenger side of the trailer from tracking into passenger side traffic. There's some tips out there for beginning drivers or people looking to get in at all railroad crossings. When it comes to hazmat, you want to stop 15 to 50 feet from the intersection with your four ways going, which is your hazards in a typical car, and wait for about 4 seconds before proceeding. Looking both ways, listening, and they got to have your windows all the way down. With all electronic devices that make noise off, telephones, radios, things of that nature. In this case, I'm talking, so it doesn't matter. But you want to be able to listen for railroad crossings. Keep yourself from getting stuck in a pickle. And I'm already at the refinery. Got another mile and I'm at the refinery. We're gonna have cars attempting to beat me before we get up here to the expressway as they try to cut me off so they can get into my lane to get onto the on-ramp. And it's like, you know that you're getting off, so why would you wait to even try to get over? But that's just how people do. Thank goodness it's a Sunday and there's light traffic this morning, because if this was a typical morning, you'd have the rush hour traffic and it would have been flying trying to get in front of me. Get right in front of me and then hit brakes, like really? Hey, you must not know. This bumper will flip your ass right over that guardrail. Then they under expect what a truck can do when it's empty. Like, I don't have any fuel in here, so my truck can accelerate just as fast as a car. I'm not carrying a load. So when they see that, they get surprised and startled like, shit. Nah, this is a 2024. This motherfucking Mac don't get up with you. I'm not hauling 80,000 pounds at this point. I'm hauling an empty tank. Aluminum ass tank. Damn truck close as hell. And we are at the refinery. Pull up, let you see. Where's my card? Get as close as I can, where I don't have to do all the laying. I can just go in and out like so. Access. Gate is opening, and from there I have entry. Now we pull up into those little 5 bays. As you can see, the truck already sitting there. And reload again. These are like all the little silos you see with this is a BP refinery as well, so you don't see any type of BP symbols or anything like that, but this is a BP Kinder Morgan refinery. Just waiting for the gate to close behind me. And then my partner's pulling up right behind me as well. Tells her I needed to beat him here, so. Because we use a special type of diesel for the engines. Because the engines have a different diesel mixture to keep truckers and other people from stealing the fuel. You put the fuel that we put into the locomotives in your truck or any diesel powered engine, it's going to fuck it up. Just a little tip out there for people looking to try to steal some diesel from a fucking locomotive out here in the world. Fuck up that diesel engine. It'll be about 30,000 to 40,000 down the drain. Do my pre-trip, walk around, basically. Make sure we don't have any hanging wires, deflated tires. Make sure that my tank is empty. Because the truck can't break down underneath the actual dock. It'll need to be towed out. You can't do any work underneath there. For safety purposes. This will be where we conclude this live because I can't take you guys in here with me. But you just got a good rundown of a day at work with me. Wish I could take you guys in with me to watch the field process. And this guy right here, he takes a shit every day. Every day. No bullshit. No bapperton. This man will literally park his truck and let his ass in there and take his morning shit. We cool people. But, let's see. What am I looking for? Can't conclude this without a... Hold on. Oops. Without a good vision of who you was actually being entertained by today. But I may get back on a little bit later throughout the day. But y'all just subscribe, like, get notifications when I get back on live because I day trade every day from the truck, from the crib. So y'all go look us up, find out how to get yourself some tanker hazmat information. Get out here. Like I said, we are in control of our own loads. Shit, we don't have to wait for anybody to load us. I unload my own load, so I don't have to wait for anybody to tell me to go ahead and do this. They just need to park the damn train for me to do my due. And yeah, y'all can follow me everywhere, Instagram, Facebook. Shit, I got music out there on every streaming platform. Just look up Baker Deshaun. So I'll talk to y'all a little bit later. And thank y'all for tuning in. And thank you, Dalton, and Elwich, and William. Appreciate y'all. Have a good day. Happy Father's Day to those out there. Moms as well. Happy Father's Day. I know it's hard. Have a good day.